2025, believe it or not, is drawing to a close. With the release of the USS Enterprise NCC 1701D set this past Black Friday, every single official LEGO set released in 2025 is now available on store shelves. It's a bit hard to believe this year is already over for LEGO. It just feels like a few days ago I was recording my top 10 sets of 2024 video. But we're now in December, 2026 reveals are in full force, and it's time to finally do my end of year retrospectives for the entire LEGO group. And if I'm being completely honest, this past year was pretty disappointing for LEGO. If you told me this time last year that sets like the new Pirates of the Caribbean Black Pearl, the new Lord of the Rings The Shire, or even the Star Wars UCS Death Star sets would not make my top 10 list, I would be very let down. However, I need to put on a happy face because this is supposed to be a positive spin on this past year. So, without further ado, here are my picks for the top 10 best LEGO sets of 2025. The rules for today's video are incredibly simple. It just has to be an official LEGO set released this past year. Additionally, if you'd like to see specific list videos for themes like Star Wars, Marvel, Harry Potter, and more, go check out those on my channel. I've uploaded several over the past few months. With all of that out of the way, let's dive into the countdown. Number 10 is set number 75639, the Going Merry pirate ship. Look, I'm not a huge One Piece fan. I've seen a handful of episodes of the anime, I watched the pilot of the live action remake this set is based on, but I am not a One Piece fan in any way, shape, or form. I have nothing against the show, and I'm glad it has a huge fandom, and I'm also glad LEGO is branching out into something very anime related, even if it's based on the live action remake of said anime. And I think it's also a testament to how darn good the One Piece sets are that I ended up wanting to buy most of them. They are just great looking designs, and clearly the crowning jewel, the flagship, pun intended if you will, is the Going Merry pirate ship. For $140 in the play scale, LEGO did a fabulous job with this design. The price was very fair, the minifigures are all expertly detailed, the sails look great, the play value was there, the interior looks nice, it's a good display model, it's a good play scale set, everything about this one was a major winner, and I'm so happy for One Piece fanatics. I can't think of a much better way to kick off this top 10 list. Number 9 is set number 76454, Hogwarts Castle, the Main Tower. For the second year in a row, a play scale LEGO Harry Potter set outshines the 18+ collector's edition set. Last year it was the Durmstrang ship Arrivals set outshining the Burrows set, and this year it's this Hogwarts Castle, the Main Tower that I think is much better than the Hogsmeade Village set. And look, I've had my quarrels with LEGO Harry Potter recently. I think the theme has kind of run its course, it's getting a bit dry, and they've obviously made Hogwarts Castle sets in the past, but in my opinion this is the best play scale version they've ever done. This main tower is just impressive to behold. It is very large in scale, the design techniques look fantastic as well, and the interior was pretty darn good too. Additionally, this biggest and best Hogwarts Castle setup LEGO has been teasing for the past couple of years now is really starting to come together, and this is one of the best sections they've done to date. Add in a really cool looking new Fluffy figure plus some other cool minifigs, and this set is a huge winner and by far the best Harry Potter set from this past year and a worthy top 10 set of 2025. Number 8 is set number 10358, Transformers Soundwave. Soundwave superior. I got that comment so many times when I did a reveal video for this set a few months ago, and I actually think it's pretty accurate. This, in my opinion, is by far the best Transformers set LEGO has made yet. I loved the Optimus Prime set when he came out in 2022. The excitement of that set just merely existing was enough to propel it over the top for me, but it did have some flaws. However, I found the Bumblebee set from last year to be a big letdown in terms of design. Luckily for us though, this Soundwave set came out and I think improved upon both of them. Not only does he look good as the actual Decepticon Soundwave himself, but the transformation feature is really smooth as well. And he comes with a sound brick. I think the Transformers sets are perfect candidates to receive sound bricks. It makes a lot of sense for this license, and Soundwave literally has sound in the name of his character, so giving a sound brick to Soundwave is just a match made in heaven, and it was spectacular. I love this Soundwave set. He looks great. I'm glad people were so stoked about this one, and hopefully the Transformers theme goes from here and continues to be this good. good. Coming in at number 7, we have set number 76300, Arkham Asylum. I absolutely loved it when LEGO revealed this set this past summer, and I raved about it then. However, I was very surprised to see a lot of negative comments about this set. People don't really like this one, and I just don't understand. Look, I get it, some of the minifigures are a bit half-assed. Most LEGO themes are like that these days, and there are quite a few stickers. But beyond that, I think this set is spectacular. I have been clamoring for LEGO to do a modular building for the DC theme for quite some time, and they've finally delivered that here. Marvel had modulars for years, but DC had nada. But now they gave us one, and Arkham Asylum was a perfect start. Modular buildings are always super fun to put together, and this set was no exception to that rule. Additionally, there are just so many fun little details and Easter eggs. This build was an absolute blast, and I think it looks great aesthetically speaking. Additionally, the minifigure lineup, although maybe some of the characters could have had a little bit more detail, is still expansive, and you get some amazing characters. And it was also a good price as well. A lot of LEGO sets this year are just not good deals in any way, shape, or form, but this one is pretty much 10 cents per piece, had a ton of minifigures, and is a sizable design. I was very satisfied paying only $300 for this. Hate on me if you want, I'll gladly take it in the comments. I love this Arkham Asylum set, and I think it's a worthy top 10 set of the year. At number 6, we have set number 72037, Mario Kart, Mario, and Standard Kart. I feel like the name of this set is just very redundant. Mario and Kart are repeated twice. That's just kind of awkward. But beyond that, this thing is an absolutely gorgeous design. Look, the LEGO Mario theme has been infuriating ever since its inception in 2020, but the one thing they continually get right with this license are the 18+ sets, and this Mario and Standard Kart is no exception to that. The kart itself is a really good buildable kart, and then Mario is shaped up greatly. They gave us some very smooth new elements to really have that build come together, and it creates just a gorgeous display model. And as somebody who's been playing Mario Kart since I was a small child, this was a dream come true set to get, and I think it rivals the Bowser as the best buildable Mario figure they've made to date. And once again, kind of like Arkham Asylum, it was a pretty good deal. Less than 10 cents per piece. I mean, come on, we gotta praise any LEGO set like that these days. I love this. Somehow though, it's actually not my favorite Nintendo set from this past year. That belongs to number 5, set number 72046, Game Boy. This set honestly could have been in the top 3 if the price were just a little bit better. The price per piece here is pretty abysmal. However, it kind of makes up for that with a plethora of printed elements, some specialized lenticular pieces too, and one of the greatest designs I have ever seen in a LEGO set in my life. The building techniques here are out of this world. The way they're able to accomplish all the small, minute details of the Game Boy and have them feel authentic in your hand is ridiculous. Literally, even if you don't like Game Boy, I recommend getting this set purely for the building experience alone. But beyond building the set, the actual design I think just looks perfect if you ask me. All of the shaping is so smooth and so well done. The part choices are again perfect. This is so cool. And additionally, they give you some Zelda references. And if you know me, Zelda is my all-time favorite video game series, so I'm gonna be biased in favor of anything LEGO Zelda adjacent. This thing is incredible, and it's only 60 bucks. Yeah, I wish it came with a few more pieces. It might have been better at like 45, 50 bucks, but I don't care, man. It's still a top 5 set of the year. Coming in at number 4, we have set number 76968, Dinosaur Fossils Tyrannosaurus Rex. I mentioned at the beginning of this video, there are quite a few sets that I was really excited for before this year that ended up being somewhat disappointing for one reason or another. Take the Black Pearl, for example. A good build, but the minifigures aren't the greatest ever, and it was grossly overpriced. This set, the Dinosaur Fossils T-Rex skeleton, is the opposite of that. Honestly, when we had rumors surface about this set, I was like, yeah, whatever. I don't really feel like I want to pay 250 bucks for a T-Rex skeleton. And then the set was revealed. It has over 3,000 pieces for $250. And you know what? I was like, it actually looks pretty cool. I love Jurassic Park. It's one of my all-time favorite movies. So I ended up asking for this set for my birthday. My parents delivered. Thank you, Mom and Dad. And I built it and was just flabbergasted by the design. It is absolutely spectacular. First off, the size of this thing is massive. And the way they're able to have the skeleton be so skeletal while also being structurally sound is incredible to me. This is one of the greatest LEGO Lego dinosaur sets, Jurassic Park sets, and just sets in general. I love this thing. It absolutely knocked my socks off, and it is one of the most pleasant surprises of 2025. Now it's time to move into the top 3 with our bronze medal set that is number 3, set number 10350, Tudor Corner. The modular building series is nearly 20 years strong. That's kind of hard to believe, and some of them are great, and then some of them are amazing, and then you have stuff like the Tudor Corner, which I think is one of the best modular buildings of all time. The reason I love this one in particular is because of the colors and just the Tudor architecture. It's a different approach for a modular building where they just selected an architecture style, Tudor, which I grew up in a neighborhood with a lot of Tudor architecture, so I'm kind of biased in favor of this look, and I love how they honed in on that and really gave us something just incredible to look at. It was amazing to put together. It looks incredible on display by itself and obviously goes great with a modular building setup. This is one of my all-time favorite modular buildings. The only reason it's not number 1 is because it's not from a licensed theme I'm just biased in favor of. Our penultimate set, number 2, silver medal here, is set number 10356, Star Trek USS Enterprise NCC 1701D. Sometimes dreams do come true, y'all. Lego has finally given us Star Trek sets. Obviously, Lego Star Wars has been going strong for over 25 years now, but Star Trek had been completely ignored, and it just seems like such a natural license for Lego. Star Trek has a massive catalog of iconic spaceships and obviously a big nerdy following, and they finally, after all these years, gave us Lego Star Trek, and I couldn't be happier. And as somebody whose personal favorite Star Trek show is The Next Generation, that seems to be a sentiment that a lot of people share with me. It's an odd choice to give us the Enterprise D before the original Enterprise from the original Star Trek series, but I ain't complaining because I like The Next Generation more, and this thing is just such a beautiful looking design. It's basically an Ultimate Collector Series Enterprise. The shaping is spectacular. They just nailed all of the angles, all of the curves. It looks so good. And then the minifigures, they also went all out on as well. And it's just a dream come true to get this cast of characters in Lego form. I first got into Star Trek in 2009, and I wish I could go back in time and show Lee when he was 12 years old this set, because he probably would have fainted on the spot. Dream come true for me, y'all. I absolutely love this thing. Now, before we reveal the number 1 set of the year, I have quite a few honorable mentions I would like to go over here quickly. Yes, the Captain Jack Sparrow's pirate ship set, which should be called the Black Pearl by the way, did not make the actual top 10. It's still a good enough set to be an honorable mention, and the same thing goes for the Lord of the Rings, the Shire set as well. 2 sets that wound up in my top 10 80 sets video from a couple of weeks ago, the Gremlins Gizmo and the Goonies set, were both really cool, just not from properties that I care that much about. The River Steamboat is probably the best set of the year that I have absolutely no desire to buy. It's an amazing looking build, I just don't really care, but it's hard to deny how cool it looks. The Trevi Fountain is a location that means a lot to me. I went to Rome when I was a kid, and I love the look of that fountain, and this is one of the better looking architecture sets we've ever gotten. Marvel continues to kill it with their buildable vehicles, and this Avengers Age of Ultron Quinjet is no exception. It looks fabulous. Lego also has continued to kill it with their 80s throwback sets, and I love this Black Tron Renegade. That looks so cool. It wasn't a great year for Lego Disney/Pixar, but this Wall-E and Eve set looks amazing. It was also one of the best deals of the year. I mean, my goodness, only $70 for this? That is a steal. Finally, the smallest set mentioned in this video from Lego Sonic the Hedgehog is this Cyclone vs. Metal Sonic set. I gave this thing a 10 out of 10. It deserves an honorable mention. With those out of the way, we can reveal the number 1 set of the year, our gold medal set for 2025. It is set number 75409, Jango Fett's Starship. Oh baby, it feels so good to have a Lego Star Wars set atop. The past couple of years that has not been the case. In fact, a Lego Star Wars set didn't even make my top 10 last year, but now, in my opinion, the best set of 2025 is a Lego Star Wars set, the finally UCS rendition of Jango Fett Starship Slave 1. I've already ranted enough about the set name. And besides the set name, this build is just perfect, man. It is perfect. It looks so good. The shaping blew me away. It put the old UCS Slave 1 to shame. The colors, everything is great. And the set was 10 cents per piece and included a brand new incredible Jango Fett figure. It's pretty much more than I could ever ask for. And that is why, without a shadow of a doubt in my mind, set number 75409 R09 Jango Fett Starship is the best LEGO set of 2025. But those are just my thoughts. What's your personal favorite LEGO set from this past year? Let me know in the comments down below. And thank you all so much for tuning in to today's video. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Peace out. God bless. Bye-bye.